Welcome spring! This is Selena Fox, and today we're going to explore some ways to welcome spring with spring magic. New life spring forth, new life spring forth, new life spring forth. Rise in me, new life spring forth, new life spring forth, new life spring forth, rise in me. So a wonderful way to do spring magic is to chant. It can be a chant that you've discovered, a chant you've created, a chant that you have adapted. Chanting is a way of letting powerful energy flow through you. Today we're going to explore some ways to connect with spring. And for all of you who are staying at home or otherwise dealing with the pandemic that's underway in March 2020, it's my hope that these forms of spring magic can bring delight, hope, healing, comfort, and well-being to you wherever you may be in the world today. Spring magic. Renovate. Renovate? Do some spring cleaning. And you can work with the elements of nature. Some new greens, bring them into your house. Put them in a container or sprout some seeds. For air, you can burn some incense, bless your home, bless yourself, or just use a feather or your hands if you don't want incense smoke in your vicinity. Fire, the light of the sun, the flame of a candle. A blessing of energy as you clean yourself and your home space. And water. A technique for blessing your home besides smudging is to asperge. One way of doing that is get some new greens and sprinkle some water around your place, around yourself. I like working with the 5 elements of nature: earth for the physical, air for the mind, fire for the energetic, water for emotions, and spirit for soul and the inner self, our connection with the divine. So with Renovate, I invite you to find some good ways to cleanse your house. Physically cleanse your house, including sanitizing doorknobs and surfaces, but then do a blessing of your home with one or more elements of nature. And you can renovate yourself as well by cleansing away what you don't need through journal writing, reflection, rituals. We have a dark moon, new moon coming up in a few days. And Renovate can take the form of reorganizing some place in your home. Or perhaps it's looking at apps on a mobile device, what you're going to keep and what you're going to let go as you do this renovation spring cleaning. Another spring magic power is decorate. And a wonderful way to connect with the renewing powers of springtime is to literally go and get some spring symbols. Now, if you are able, some flowers from the grocer, or you might have some perpetual flowers, silk flowers that you use from year to year. Or there may be some greenery that has already started appearing in your area. You may use some other spring symbols by bringing images of spring into your home space, into your life. It helps you connect with the spirit of springtime. Decorate. Meditate. Many ways to do that. Meditating can take the form of just being, sitting without attending to multitasking inputs, just relaxing. Taking deep, slow breaths, meditating on spring imagery, or what we're going to do here for meditate is to focus on planet Earth, our home. Indeed, people are connecting now in ways they haven't ever connected before. We have in common a wish to stay safe, to be protected, to send support to healthcare workers on the front lines and others dealing with the pandemic. We can connect through this virtual Welcome Spring gathering and to meditate together. So I invite you to get an image in your mind of the world as a whole planet. And as I play this singing bowl, I invite you to sing this note or one that harmonizes, or to just simply experience the sound. The singing bowl is from Japan. It is an interreligious bowl now. I had a Roman Catholic nun turned Wiccan get this in Japan from a temple, and she passed it on to me, and I've taken it to interreligious gatherings around the planet. And I play it with wellness for humankind, the circle of life, and for planet Earth. I invite you to join me as we meditate. Healing and wellness to planet Earth. Healing and wellness to humankind. Healing and wellness within and around. Oh. Spring magic, meditate. Spring magic, innovate. We're innovating with our Welcome Spring Festival. The first time in the 45 years plus of Circle Sanctuary's existence, we have not celebrated a Sabbath in person with community. So thank you all who are watching live and who'll be watching later for joining in our historic event and being part of our virtual celebration of spring. I invite you in the comment section to share where you are on planet Earth, joining in with this celebration. Innovate can also take the form of changing your mindset. I would invite those of you who are in places where you are quarantined or you have a shelter in place requirement or stay home requirement, that instead of focusing on the restrictions, that you actually consider this as a time to journey inward, to look at the gift portion of being at home. Not only can you renovate and bless your home, decorate with spring symbols, meditate there, but you can innovate and actually see that you are moving into a new way of being. We don't know how long this stay-at-home process might be going on, but I invite you to consider it as weathering a storm. A severe storm raging outside, being in your home, finding ways to be safe and to be with others. Indeed, I have a chant for that. Social distancing, physically protect, virtual gathering, spiritually connect. So see this as an opportunity for you to tap into reserves of creativity to innovate as part of spring magic. Appreciate. I appreciate all of you who are joining in this workshop now and who will be watching later. I appreciate our team who have worked together to make this happen. Not only those who are going to be live today and on video today, but all of those connected with the Circle Sanctuary community and beyond who are sharing this post, sharing the news about our virtual Welcome Spring celebration. In this time of social isolation, physically for many, this is a powerful time to reach out in various ways. Phone, email, FaceTime, video conferencing, texting, postal mail. There's a lot of different ways to reach out and connect with those you know. And I invite you, as you do so, to express appreciation for them being part of your life. Appreciate is part of the magic of gratitude. And I invite you also to express appreciation to all of those that are in your family system, that are in your network of support, and beyond, to those who make the various services that are part of human life possible. Spring magic. Appreciate. Spring magic. Invigorate. Invigorate has roots in the ancient past. Perhaps you've heard of spring tonics. Indeed, some people will take greens that are coming up as spring comes on and will create a beverage with them, a spring tonic beverage. And one of my favorite spring tonic beverages is using bee balm and lemon balm. Now you can bring water up to a boil, turn it off, pour it into a cup, and consider wellness, invigoration, vitality, flowing into the solution, into a spring tonic potion. Let it steep for a while, or drink it right away. Indeed, I can taste some of the essential oils from these mint leaves flowing right into this invigorating spring tonic potion. But if potions aren't your thing, then I would invite you to eat some greens. That energy of new life springing forth from the land not only is tasty, but can energize you and boost your immune system. Spring magic, invigorate. Spring magic, educate. Consider some ways that you can learn and help others to learn. Some of you, I know, may be in the situation where you're having the opportunity to work at home and to have youth, your children, at home with you going to school. You can educate yourself in some ways to make all of this work. You can educate yourself by picking a topic. What are flowers that are long blooming? What are some ways that ancestors have celebrated spring in the past? What are some ways to be able to develop creativity? What are some websites, some social media places that are uplifting, that are educational and informational and transformational? Spring magic, educate. Spring magic, I invite you to celebrate. Continue your celebration with us. Find ways to celebrate safely and in good ways with others. Let the spirit of springtime be in you and with you. I invite you now, as part of celebration, to look at the comments in our chat, to envision ourselves as celebrating spring here in the Northern Hemisphere, and for those of you in the Southern Hemisphere, I invite you, as you are celebrating fall, to join us in the wonderful renewing powers of springtime. So in the next few moments, envision yourself where you are, connecting with others with beautiful green cords of light. We create a great network of light around planet Earth here at our Welcome Spring celebration. We celebrate that green light not only as a symbol connected with spring, but also for sustainability, for being in harmony not only with other humans, but the entire natural world here on planet Earth and beyond. New life, spring forth. New life, spring forth. New life, spring forth. Rise in me. New life, spring forth. New life, spring forth. New life, spring forth. Rise in me. So as you join in that chant, celebrate the arrival of spring and spring renewal. Consider ways that you can take the magic of springtime into your life wherever you may be. And we create a sacred circle around us, a blessing, of healing, of calmness, of protection, of well-being. Earth in north, air in east, fire in south, water in west, spirit in center, circle around, spirit in center, circle around. Earth in north, air in east, fire in south, water in west, spirit in center, circle around, spirit in center, circle around. Earth in north, air in east, fire in south, water in west, spirit in center, circle around, spirit in center, circle around. Blessings of Circle Sanctuary and its community to you now and in the times to come. And I invite you to continue to connect with us at Circle Sanctuary. This is the first in a variety of virtual events that we have planned. Indeed, the full moon will be celebrated not in person at Circle Sanctuary Nature Preserve in southwestern Wisconsin, USA, as we had planned for the evening of Monday, April 6th. I'm going to be doing it by Zoom video conferencing. So if you're interested in being part of that event, I invite you to go to the Circle Sanctuary webpage, circlesanctuary.org, and click on Full Moon, go to the Full Moon page, and register. What we will do is send an email out to all who have registered with the passcode to get into the Zoom meeting. It is free, it is open to whoever would like to celebrate the full moon. And our full moon circle for April is going to be one on magical eggs. So I invite you to join us for that event. I also invite you to continue to connect with us on social media. Not only on our main Facebook page where we're doing this Facebook live stream, but we have a group page, the Circle Sanctuary Community group page, where we also share information. We're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, and I also are on a variety of social media platforms. For Instagram, it's Selena Fox. For Twitter, Selena_Fox. And Facebook, my main page is Selena Fox Updates. And check out the Circle Sanctuary YouTube site. And I've just started a Selena Fox YouTube site as well. I also want to invite you to connect with Circle Sanctuary's internet radio. We have podcasts. I do a podcast every Sunday. It's Nature Mystic, and those are encore podcasts from the past 7+ years I've been doing podcasts. This coming Sunday, I am going to have a spring equinox ritual. And on Wednesday nights, I do live podcasts, and I will be doing live podcasts at Nature Spirituality throughout the month of April. And in March, I have an encore podcast of Green Man Magic. We have a special podcast coming up on Circle Talk. We have a variety of different podcasts and shows each month. This is a special one. It's for new moon, and it will be a new moon caring circle. We have some chaplains connected with Circle Sanctuary who are on the front lines of the coronavirus pandemic, who are going to be joining us, as well as members of our CSNP, that's Circle Sanctuary Network podcast team. And I invite you all to tune in. That would be 7 p.m. Central Time on Tuesday night. We expect we'll be doing some other special podcasts, and you can find out more about our podcast at the Circle Sanctuary website and also at our Facebook page. Like and follow us to get updates. CSNP Podcast. CSN Podcast. Thank you all for being part of this first ever Welcome Spring Sabbath. Thank you for being part of Spring Magic. And to conclude, a summary of what we've explored. Renovate, decorate, meditate, innovate, appreciate, invigorate, educate, celebrate, renovate, decorate, meditate, innovate, appreciate, invigorate, educate, celebrate, renovate, decorate, meditate, innovate, appreciate, invigorate, educate, celebrate! So mote it be. Thank you all. And stay tuned, there will be more.